Hi, welcome back. This is page 89. Okay, we're going to go to number 9, grammar focus. You're going to copy this grammar focus. So, past models for judgment and suggestions. When you're judging past actions, you use words like should have asked or shouldn't have used. If you're suggesting alternative past actions, you use words like could and would, like could have told or would have asked or wouldn't have invited. So if you can see on both things, we have the model right here. When we're judging, we use should or shouldn't. Next goes the verb have, and then the other action verb in the past tense. Now, when we're suggesting, we're using could and would or wouldn't. We also add have, and then we use a verb in the past tense. Okay, so that's the way we're going to work with past models for judgments and suggestions. Now, on exercise A, it says complete the conversations using past models with the verbs given, then practice with a partner. Okay, the verbs given right here are the ones between gaps. So remember, according to the example, you would have to change them into the past. Okay, so let's check the answers. On letter B, you could or should have made up. Okay, you see the word here, make up? It's going to change into the past tense. And then she not ask, you could have chosen she shouldn't have asked. We make shouldn't the contraction of should not because we have not right here. So that's telling us that it's going to be a negative model, okay? So remember, when we're doing a judgment, we use this part. And on letter B, she should have paid. We have pay, right? But we use the structure should have, and then the past tense of pay. So check your answers right here. You can pause the video and check that your answers are correctly following the sentence structure from the grammar focus. Okay? Now, after you write down all your answers, we are going to move to word power. Okay, let me just put the screen a little bit higher so you can see. Oh, it opens the window. So you can see right there on word power reactions. Okay, let me just get it a little bit closer so you can look at it better. We're going to work on reactions. Elena's boyfriend forgot their anniversary. How does she react? Match each reaction with the best example. So first of all, we need to know what these words here mean. Okay, so let's start with an assumption is when you're assuming something, like in Spanish, asumiendo. Number 2, a criticism is when you do a crítica. On 3, a demand is when you're demanding something, haces una demanda. An excuse, una excusa. A prediction, una predicción. A suggestion, una sugerencia. A suspicion, una sospecha. And a warning, una advertencia. Okay, so you need to know, first of all, what do these words mean? These are ways people react to these examples. Okay, so you're going to match them, and we're going to check that you matched them correctly. So you can pause the video and check that your answers are written correctly. These are the matched answers, okay? So pause the video and check that you did the examples correctly. Now, imagine that someone was late for class or chose another situation, or choose. Give an example of each reaction in the list above, okay? So you are going to give a reaction according to that example, and you're also going to write it down. Now let's go to the next page, page 90, and we got a listening. What should they have done? Okay, let's get it closer. It says listen to descriptions of 3 situations. What would have been the best thing to do in each situation? Check the best suggestion. Okay, I'm going to play it, and you're going to check the best suggestion.
Page 90, Exercise 11. Listening. What should they have done? Part A. Listen to descriptions of 3 situations. What would have been the best thing to do in each situation? Check the best suggestion. 1.
Hey, what's this? Wow, a gold ring.
Simon found a gold ring on a busy sidewalk. It looked like an expensive ring. He wanted to give it back to the owner, but he thought the person who lost it might return to look for it. So he left the ring on the sidewalk.
2.
No one is ever going to want to hire me.
Jana got fired from her last job because she was rude to a customer. She just applied for a new job, but she lied and said she had quit her last job. The manager called her old boss and found out what really happened.
3.
I trusted my boss.
Martin discovered that $1,000 was missing from the company account, so he asked his boss about it. His boss admitted he borrowed the money without permission, but he promised to return it next week. 3 days later, Martin's boss disappeared, and now more money is missing from the company account.
Okay, now that you listen to it, you choose. There's no wrong answer. It's like you choose the one you believe that what should they have done. Okay, so we go all the way to discussion. How would you have reacted? Read each situation, say what the person could have or should have done, and what you would have done. Okay, so you're going to read each and every one of these 4 situations, okay, and you're going to write what the person could have or should have done and what you would have done. That means you have 4 sentences for the person and 4 sentences for you in this example. And here we have some examples. For example, we can read like Warren should have told his friend the truth, okay? But you can think about any other situation. And then you're also going to do writing a tricky problem. Think of a complicated situation from your own experience. Write a paragraph describing the situation, but don't explain how you resolved it. Okay, you're going to write down a paragraph just like the one we have here on this example. Okay, and it has to have the length, this size as well. And then it says that we're going to exchange papers and write a short paragraph about how you would have resolved your partner's situation. But since everybody's making one, so we all have a different one. So maybe next time we could just exchange them and talk about it. Okay, but what you're going to send me is you. Okay, your description of the situation. Okay, well, that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much and see you next class.